You've probably been hearing stories about something crazy happening, but how can you believe it without any proof? Well, what if we tell you there are a lot of moments caught on camera that will leave you questioning how did that happen? You'll end up not believing in what you're seeing, so if you want to see moments like those, keep watching, because we're about to show you the moments you won't believe your eyes. Number 15, fire inside a tree. We all know that trees can catch on fire, but have you ever witnessed a fire happening inside of a tree? Well, this tree has a fire burning inside of it without anything around it being on fire. It is definitely strange and bizarre. It is believed to be caused by a thunder strike that hit the tree and caused a fire inside of it, instead of burning the whole thing, but it's still not clear if that's the actual cause. It's still pretty strange to see it, but it's definitely an unusual thing to see with your own eyes. Number 14, giant wave crash. Now we've all seen waves and how they crash at the beach, but these waves are like nothing we have ever seen before. Most of the big waves usually don't happen at the beach, but at this beach in Kauai, Hawaii, these big waves are not that unusual. You could see the waves crashing and being so strong that they push the people on the beach and even dragging them underwater. You might think you've seen such a thing, but there is no comparison to these giant waves. Number 13, baseball player hits ball through roof. Speaking of unexpected and unusual things, let us show you what happened at this baseball game. During the game in Japan against the Netherlands, this player managed to hit the ball so hard it went through the roof. Well, it went into a small gap in the roof, and the players are left shocked, not knowing what happened and why the ball isn't falling down. It definitely is one of those amazing and epic moments that has happened in baseball, and the chances it might happen again are not likely. Number 12, fire tornado. Let's be real, tornadoes are dangerous, but a fire tornado might be the most dangerous thing out there. Mixing both air and fire is definitely a thing you should run away from. This video shows a rare phenomenon, or fire-nado, that is happening in England, dazzling with red-hot fire reaching the sky. As the camera tries to show the full height of the tornado, it shows a whirling string of light bending and pulsating as it's whipped by the winds. Now, this is truly a once-in-a-lifetime thing to see, but we suggest you admire it from afar. Number 11, balancing thing on chin. People have amazing talents, and this is one of those cases. Balancing everything on your chin? Now that's what I call talent and concentration. This guy manages to balance a chair on his chin like it's nothing. But that's not all. He proceeds to balance a bike on his chin, all while hundreds of people are watching him doing this balancing act on a basketball halftime show. Oh, but wait, there's a whole lot more. He even balances a ladder while he's standing on another ladder. Now this is something you won't believe until you see it. Number 10, hydraulic press versus metal. Things being put against a strong hydraulic press were a huge hit in the last few years. Guys have put all kinds of metals and material in there, and they didn't stop there. But in this video, the hydraulic press is trying to compress metal. But the interesting thing is that the metal actually does once it's being compressed. What makes it crazy to watch is the sparks that are released by the metal that create a beautiful visual effect. This is not something you see every day, unless you work with a hydraulic press. But even then, the chances of a metal sparkling like that are pretty darn rare. Number 9, floating hummingbird. The hummingbird can flap its wings about 70 times per second. That adds up to more than 4,000 wing beats per minute, so they're super fast. Well, this camera managed to catch a hummingbird floating. Not literally, but this thing happened due to the capture frame rate that matched the flap speed of the bird. So it appeared the bird isn't moving its wings at all, it's just floating there. It is so surprising and rare for a camera to catch this type of thing, but seeing how the capture frame and the wing beat of the bird just synchronized is just fascinating. Number 8, lion opens a car door. We all know animals can be extremely smart, so smart they can even open doors. While this car was observing the lions, they noticed one going towards them. They didn't think much of it and enjoyed the experience, but it all turned into a scare jump once the lion decided to casually open the car door. They immediately reacted and closed the door and lock it. But they'll remember not to leave the car door open next time they go near lions, and they will have a fun but kind of scary story to tell their friends.
I know.
Number 7, candy or not. TV shows in China can definitely be kind of weird and confusing. But what if we told you that they have a show where people taste random objects and try to guess if they're candy or not? Well, they have. And the contenders have a job to try and take a bite out of random objects such as a table and even shoes and see if it's candy. It is unusual, but fun as well. It's definitely not a thing you're going to see every day, but we must say we admire the skills of those who make the candy objects. Number 6, truck spraying rainbow. It's not so unusual for a truck to spray water, whether it's to clean the streets or the air. We all have seen it, but a truck creating a rainbow is definitely not an everyday thing. This truck is on a Chinese street and is trying to spray water with the aim of cleaning the air from pollution particles. But at the same time, it creates a rainbow as he goes, and it looks like the actual truck is spraying straight up rainbow. If you'd see this on the street, yeah, it'll definitely make you take a double look to make sure you're not imagining things. Number 5, terrifying swing in New Zealand. If you're an adventurous and like the adrenaline rush, maybe you'll find this enjoyable. Located in New Zealand, there is a swing that literally swings you in the air, completing a 300-meter arc. This is the biggest and most famous swing in the world. If you're not scared of heights, feel free to try it out and be ready to scream your lungs out. And just look at them drop down. It is as fascinating and scary as it looks, but this swing is definitely one of a kind.
95 is the worst. 95!
Number 4, the perfect rocket launch. Believed to be the greatest shot ever in television, this rocket launch will make you question, how did that happen? This moment happened at a rocket launch as the presenter is explaining how a rocket works, and just happens to point at the rocket at the perfect timing, exactly when the rocket launched. A coincidence? Yeah, definitely. It is fascinating to watch how it all comes together so well. No wonder it is called the greatest shot in television. This definitely happens once in a million times.
You get that.
Number 3, riding a tiny bike. If you thought riding a bike was hard, have you ever thought about riding a small bike? This old Russian man is driving the tiniest bike in the world, and it's surprisingly really good at it. The bike is so small that it can literally fit in your hand. You must think it's a toy, but in reality, this man is still riding it like a regular bike. And if that wasn't enough, he even rides it around a fountain without any problem. Could you imagine the level of talent and concentration it takes? Number 2, backflip over a canyon. While most of us can't do a backflip, there are people that will just do them anywhere. This backflip is one of the most epic things that happened in the Red Bull Rampage. During the 2013 Red Bull Rampage, McGarry did one of the most dangerous and probably one of the scariest things ever while riding a bike, and that is to do a backflip over a canyon. Kelly McGarry managed to do a full backflip over a 72-feet canyon without a problem, and it got him a silver medal and is still one of the most talked about moments in the competition. Number 1, shredding art. Art and painting can cost thousands, if not millions of dollars. The artist that goes by the name of Banksy decided to start a conversation about money and art and also scare the buyer. So he installed a shredder into the frame of the painting Girl with Balloon and decided to give people a bit of scare. While the painting was being auctioned, he sat quietly, and as soon as it was sold to the buyer for $1.3 million, he pushed the button and shredded the painting. The people were shocked and their reactions were priceless. The painting even doubled in value after that. Did any of these moments surprise you? Have you witnessed any unbelievable moments? Let us know in the comments section below. If you'd like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any more amazing videos such as this one. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.